I'm not quite sure what exactly he's going to try to do. Maybe start setting up some sort of contain outside Light's base, or just sort of maraud around the map looking for things to kill. Light's got his scout. He sees that Anyppi does not have much in terms of defenses at his front. So Light's pushing with these tanks and the Marines. I think he's going to be able to take these Dragoons, especially with mines. Anyppi needs to be careful. He almost lost that Dragoon there. The Zealot's coming, but it's got wiped out immediately. Dragoon getting killed. Mines probably going down for the Vultures. 3 tanks in the back are not taking any damage at all. Mines going down. Anyppi's Dragoons melting in the face of this onslaught by Light. And Anyppi is managed to get his tanks into the probe line of Anyppi. He's getting his probes killed. The Dragoons are almost all wiped out. 3 tanks are still alive and doing very well. Light has shown some exemplar tank control in this game, sort of the how exactly you should do it. And Anyppi has, with 3 tanks, no siege mode, few vultures. Oh, another mine going off, killing these Dragoons. Basically, Light has won this game at this point. He's taken out the natural of Anyppi with no siege mode, mind you, and just very good control by his tanks, whereas Anyppi, on the other hand, exhibited lack of Dragoon micro. Oh, he's got a Reaver out. That might help even the odds, although he's probably going to be able to drive Light away. Reaver managing to kill one of the tanks. Dropship coming for Light. He's probably loaded up quite a few vultures, dropping the back and do some serious economic damage. But I think at this point Light has taken such a definitive economic lead, disrupting the tech that much, and it shows that Anyppi does not have very special micro, and it looks like Light is dropping 2 vultures in the main. And Anyppi is moving all his probes to the natural. Light is doing very well, whereas Anyppi does not exhibit particularly skillful Dragoon control in this game. I mean, without siege mode, Light sort of destroyed him. With siege mode, it's just going to be a even more one-sided massacre. Well, what's more than a one-sided massacre? How do you... What's worse than a massacre? Anyway... 4-kill Vulture there. Even though Anyppi managed to clear out his natural, finally, I'm not sure what exactly he can do. He put down another base, but he's not going to be able to hold that if Light really wants to push. Anyppi's going out with his Shuttle and Dragoons to the middle of the map. Light's coming with yet another drop. This time, at least, Anyppi has 2 Dragoons in position to deal with this. Just 4 vultures being dropped, like sending some, laying mines around the gateway, sending some to the back of the main, back of the natural. Very nice harassment here coming from Light. Yeah, this is kind of skill, multitasking ability that Anyppi seems to lack, whereas Light, veteran player, has no problem doing things like this. He's even managed to get 2 of the vultures out. That is just incredible. It looks like Anyppi's 3rd base has been seen by Light, but I don't see how he can possibly hold this. Light could push out with an army right now and just destroy it. Or, I mean, he can push out in a minute or 2 with a strong force of tanks and vultures and just destroy it. If, by some miracle, Anyppi managed to hold his 3rd base, and he's losing Dragoons to mines laid out as his gateways. If by some miracle Anyppi managed to hold this attack off, he could be in a reasonably decent position. At least even. Usually Protoss like to be 1 base ahead of Terran, and it looks like Light's putting down his 3rd base. Anyppi looks like he's trying to go for an attack, but that's not going to work. They're a single Wraith out just to take care of the shuttle and to hunt down observers. Very nice. Yeah, so getting 1 Wraith or 2 Wraiths, very useful. Looks like Anyppi is bringing his shuttle, trying to go for the main of Light, but that's not going to do much. He's probably got the Reaver loaded up. I don't know if he has 1 or 2 Reavers at this point. He does need to do some damage. I mean, he has the right idea. On the other hand, he has like 8 Dragoons in the middle. If you have 8 Dragoons, what is... This is probably like 8 minutes into the game. Oh, 11 minutes into the game. Apology. That's not good at all. Yeah, if you have 8 Dragoons, 8 minutes in the game, That's probably around... That's probably decent, but 11 minutes in the game, that is no good at all. Looks like Light is fortifying his side of the map. There's not too much that Anyppi can do to break through this particular defense. And he's just sort of moving around the middle of the map with his Dragoons. So I don't even know what exactly this is. This is not exactly jockeying for position. It's not exactly a display of force. It's not really a bluff either, because Light knows he's got nothing. I don't know. I think this is sort of the dance of someone who's about to lose. Anyppi bringing his Shadow, almost dying, dropping a Reaver at the edge of Light's base, picking off one of the turrets. And he's going to drop this Reaver eating Light's SCV line. Light, like, does not see this at all. That's the sort of attack he needs to do. Anyppi getting 9 kills with that Reaver, 11 kills with that Reaver, 12 kills. That was a very nice little attack. So with that one attack, I think Anyppi definitely has a chance now to come back in this game. Light has done a little drop of his own with a tank and 2 vultures, but Anyppi has forces in the area to clean it up. So Light, careless play by Light there. I mean, he had like 15 seconds or 20 seconds to react to that, and I don't know why he didn't say anything there or move his SEVs away. Even so, I feel like the advantage is still firmly on Light's side. Anyppi's finally managed to macro up a pretty big army, and he's going to try to launch an attack. If he can effect good damage with this, he definitely will have come back into the game, but Light's got supply depots, turrets, vultures with mines, tanks sieged up in staggered positions all over the place. Anyppi, though, is grouping up pretty much everything he has. He's probably going for one massive break. Light's bringing up backup tanks. He's going for these Zealot bombs. Massive attack, Zealots in the front, Dragoons in the back, even more Zealots coming in from the north, but Light's defenses are incredible. He's got like a dozen tanks in the back. Vultures, mines, everything going off. The Dragoons getting melted by the tanks right now. All the Zealots are dead. Some Dragoons are still pushing the tanks. They're doing pretty good damage, taking out nearly all the tanks, but he's going to lose all the Dragoons, and Light's still got a good number of tanks left. So he didn't succeed in breaking this, but Anyppi has these new Zealots coming. Maybe he can flank the tanks from the north. Yeah, if he can destroy these tanks with the Zealots, that's definitely very nice. It looks like there are mines being dragged into the tanks, Zealots doing some damage, but he's just not enough Zealots to clean up Light's force, and Light's reinforcements now wiping out Anyppi's new attack force. His Zealots are coming now piecemeal, and wisely he chooses to hold back. It was a pretty good attack, but he just didn't have enough to break. If he didn't lose all those units at the beginning of the game, I think he would have a much better attack force by this point, and he might have been able to break through that, but as it stands, I'm not sure what he can do. Light's a little light on the vultures here. If Anyppi can mass up some more Zealots, he might be able to do some decent attack. Another Shadow coming in with Zealot bombs. He's going to try again. The tanks are unsieging. I'm not sure if that's wise to unsiege your tanks like this. I think he needs to be a bit careful also. But the minefield is managing to stop the Dragoons from doing much. Both sides are just sort of moving their units around in the middle. Looks like Anyppi is going to launch the attack of the Zealots right here. But Light has a massive number of tanks and vultures. They're not even sieged right now, and they are melting Anyppi's attack force. The Dragoons are just getting destroyed, and Light feels confident enough now to push out. I don't see any way that Anyppi can come back in this game at this point. Light doesn't even have 2-1 upgrades. He only has 0-1 upgrades at this point. Dragoons are getting destroyed left and right, and there is nothing Anyppi can do about this. He's rallying reinforcements to the front, but they're just getting destroyed piecemeal. And Light has a dozen tanks right now against, what, 2 or 3 Dragoons? It's over. And GG coming from Anyppi. That game was over basically when Light broke through the natural defenses of Anyppi. Even though he didn't take down the Nexus, the amount of damage he did with his tanks on the probes was just something that this rookie could not overcome. Light played a very solid game, except for the arrogance, I guess, of not moving his SCVs when he knows there's a Reaver coming for him in the back of the base. That was just bizarre from Light. But anyway, Woongjin Star wins 4-2 against KT.